Welcome back to the 2014 NHL Draft. So after all that trade talk, the top 5 goes essentially as expected. Maybe a couple players going in slightly different positions, but the top 5 going as the top 5. And the Vancouver Canucks and Jim Benning, who have made 3 trades already today, hold on to number 6 as they walk to the podium and make their announcement.
So a new GM, a new head coach in Vancouver. One of the problems for the Canucks, if you look at their current roster, the most recently drafted player who has 100 games in the NHL is Alexander Edler, who was picked in 2004.
Oh, they're going to go for size here. Size on the wings. Jake Virtanen from the Calgary Hitmen or Nick Ritchie from the Peterborough Petes. Take your pick, but I'll tell you what, Virtanen's from Abbotsford, British Columbia, so pretty much a hometown boy there for the taking. I've got to believe they go west.
Jim Benning, longtime Boston Bruin assistant general manager, chief scout, ran a very good drafting program for the Bruins.
And don't forget, he also drafted in Buffalo, where they took a player by the name of Tyler Myers.
We would like to thank the Philadelphia Flyers for the wonderful hospitality this week. Our thoughts are with longtime Vancouver Canuck fan favorite Gino Odjick. With our first selection, we select from the WHL Calgary Hitman, Jake Virtanen.
On the mend from shoulder surgery. Doesn't anticipate that's going to be a problem. He's healing quickly. He's pure power. Speed, drives the net, big shot, ability to score goals. In his 45 goals this year, we're tied for second amongst all the elite draft eligible. So he knows how to put the puck in the net. Scouts wonder a little bit about the lack of creativity, but that's not his game. He's a straight line player that gets over the blue line, drives the net, and scores goals.
So much of the time we hear about upside and potential, and Jake Virtanen has a ton of upside and a ton of potential. So you're the Vancouver Canucks. He's a local kid. There is absolutely no other way to go if you believe in his upside, because he can skate, he can shoot, and he's got an edge to his game as well. He can create separation, Craig. You couldn't be more right in terms of the acceleration thing, and the escapability is something as a bigger player that's really going to help him. And he's got the chance to grow. He's 205 pounds now. He's probably going to play at 215. You can see Bob talking about the shoulder surgery. But one of the things that I really liked about his game is ability to pull away from players and establish time and space for himself.
NHL Central Scouting ranked him as first in physical play and second in overall skating amongst all North American prospects.
By the way, the Ontario Hockey League and the Western Hockey League have alternated the first 6 picks in this draft. The O, the dub, the O, the dub, the O, the dub.
Well, I can tell you this, the Quebec League's not going to get in here except with 2 Europeans, Nikolai Ehlers and Ivan Barbashev. Other than that, they'll be shut out of the first round. I think you got to like how aggressive Jim Benning's been so far, and the fact that Virtanen falls into their lap with this pick is huge news for them in terms of having an aggressive program going forward. When we talk about Sam Bennett and one pull-up or no pull-ups at the Combine, Jake Virtanen out 4 to 6 months with the shoulder surgery. It just shows you these are young men. They need time to grow, and Sam Bennett will get stronger, Jake Virtanen will heal.
You know, they often talk about the draft for NFL teams, and of course here in Philadelphia they focus on it a lot. Imagine if NFL teams had to draft 18-year-olds and try to figure out who'd be the best at age 22.
Well, you'd be taking guys out of high school.
So when you talk about goal scoring, Nikolai Ehlers in Halifax led all draft-eligible players with 49 in North America, but Virtanen tied for second with Fabry at 45 each. So this is a big-time goal scorer. Probably not right away, but down the line. And here he is with James Duffy.
First BC-born first-rounder taken by the Vancouver Canucks since Cam Neely way back in 1983. Congratulations, Jake Virtanen. A Vancouver boy, you wore Marcus Naslin's number as a tribute growing up. I'm sure you pondered this possibility when you looked at where you stood in all the rankings, but did you ever think it would actually come true and you'd play for Vancouver?
Yeah, it's you know, growing up watching the Vancouver Canucks, it's an amazing honor, and you know, it's surreal for me right now. I'm still trying to soak it in, and it's amazing. I can't wait, and I know Vancouver is a great organization, and it's just a complete honor.
Central Scouting gave you almost a perfect report card as a hockey player. The numbers really impressive. First in physical play, second in skating, fourth in competitiveness, fifth in puck skills. Is this the all-around game you hope to bring to Vancouver in the NHL?
Absolutely. I think I'm going to, obviously come to Vancouver and, try to be a complete player. And, obviously I still have things to improve on like every other player, and I'm really looking forward to it.
So what's going to be the tougher job? You playing in your hometown in the NHL, or your dad as an air traffic controller at Vancouver Airport?
I got to give my dad the air traffic controlling. He's a pretty laid-back guy, but he does a great job of it.
Jake Virtanen, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Jake Virtanen becomes the newest member of the Vancouver Canucks, who hold on to that pick at number 6. Extremely busy day for Jim Benning already. 3 trades before he even arrived at the draft floor. He keeps his selection at number 6 and makes it with the local kid, Jake Virtanen. And the new general manager of the Vancouver Canucks joins us right now. Man, busy day for only day number 36 on the job for you. Let's start with the pick. Why Jake?
Well, he's got the meanness, the ruggedness. He's a powerful skater. He's got a good shot. So we're trying to change the culture of our team a little bit, and I think he's just another piece to that puzzle.
There were a lot of reports that you had tried to get up to that number 1 pick today. How valid was the attempt, and how close did you get?
Well, we've talked to Dale over the course of the last 3 weeks, but at the end of the day, he decided he was going to keep it and make the pick. So we were happy with, being in the 6th slot, and we feel like we got a real good player.
The Ryan Kessler move, obviously your biggest of the day. Explain the move from your end and what you got back.
Well, we get Nick Bonino back, who will help us on the power play. We get Lucas Spiza back, who we've watched for last 3 or 4 years. We think he'll be a rugged, stay-at-home defenseman, and the 24th pick in the draft, where we feel we're going to get a good player.
What are we in the midst of here? Because a lot of moves. Is this a retool or a rebuild, or how do you characterize it?
No, we're adding pieces that we feel that we can win with going forward. So, Ryan had asked to be traded when I took over as a GM. We tried to accommodate him the best we can, and I think it turned out we did all right in that trade.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
To Carolina.